Hi, AJ Hartley here, novelist, Shakespeare professor, model railway enthusiast, and today I'm back to working on my Japanese N-scale layout, and I'm trying to add in a little warning light so that when I have a train run across a point which is facing in the wrong direction, I get a warning beforehand. I've noticed that sometimes when you have a train coming through here and you forget to throw the point after it's joined the main loop, it will derail or stick or otherwise have a problem or cause a short circuit. I can't shut the power off to the line if the point is not set properly because, as I say, it's a loop, so that as the train is coming into the loop, the current is going all the way around. So what I want instead is a little warning light that will remind me to flip the point before the train goes over it. And it's simply a matter of running wires to the track which is in the siding so that the power is being routed through the line only when the current is going in that part of the track. It's fairly simple, fairly straightforward, it's just a little bit fiddly. I'm using a little LED with a resistor fastened to the hot side of the wire. If you don't use the resistor, it will burn out fairly quickly. These are fairly delicate LED lights. And you test the wires so that you know which tracks to connect them to. If you connect it to the wrong rail, it'll only come on when the train is moving in this direction, which is no use. So the first thing to do was to drill the holes. I'm drilling 3 holes, one for the light itself and the other 2 for the feeder wires that connect to the siding. Obviously, I want the light to come on only when the train is coming in this direction. So it's important to make sure when you test which wires to connect to that you have the polarity set correctly, setting in so that the train is moving in this direction. When you've drilled the holes, you feed the wire through, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I drilled the initial hole for the light a little bit too small, and it was fiddly, and I had to resolder the wire a couple of times onto the resistor. So I push the light into place first, then thread the wires up and solder them in place. Once I'm happy that it's working, I use a little wood glue to make sure that the light holds in place and doesn't jiggle and damage the connections. Lastly, I add a little cowl made out of cardboard painted black, just looped over the top so that it shapes it, frames it, makes it look a little better. And now the light works whenever I have a train coming in from this siding. So as you can see, that's it. As I said, it's a simple principle. It's kind of fiddly in the soldering and getting the wires to run through the holes cleanly and connect to the track, but it's pretty straightforward. And now I have a little warning light that comes on every time I have a train which is about to run a turnout in the wrong direction. That's it. As ever, please like, comment, subscribe, check out my books, check out my Patreon page. Thank you to all my patrons who get to see videos in advance of everybody else and support this channel. I have a little Dashery store as well. You can check that out, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.